Hello Aquarius! Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Tarot in Wonderland by Barbara Moore, illustrated by Eugene Smith. On the bottom here is the website, llewellyn.com. Feel free to freeze frame to get the spelling if you would like it. Supportive Oracle cards, Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish, illustrated by Jesse Reish. And there's the website at the bottom there, hayhouse.com. This is a print from 2002, but there's the website if you want to check it out. I do not remember if it's active or not, and I never remember by the time I'm done with these readings to check it out. So, I just don't. What do we have for Aquarius? Is that the Cheshire Cat? What's going on? So your card is like sneaking out over here from under the deck. So, okay, let's just keep going. I haven't got all the cards out yet, but something is going on underneath the surface. The Mad Hatter here. I don't know if I want to say somebody else is pulling the strings or somebody else thinks they're pulling the strings, because I feel like it's kind of dicey. Which I don't mean that you could be pulling these strings or not, but I'm feeling like somebody here, I feel like they think they're pulling the strings more than anything else, which doesn't mean you're the one in control, but like this reminds This reminds me of a manager who thinks they have more power than they actually do. You know what I mean? When push comes to shove, you know, the people above them are like, no, you can't do that. You know what I mean? It kind of feels like that to me. Like, oh, you thought you could do that? No, you can't. I feel like that's going on. But this person, until somebody puts them in their place or says, no, you can't do that, they just keep going and they think they have more ability than they actually do. Like, I'm getting that manager thing again. This doesn't have to be work-related, but it's like I remember seeing this happen before where somebody thought they were going to hire a person, and then HR stepped in and said, no, you can't do that. And I don't know why they couldn't, but they couldn't. Something like that happened, or they tried to switch something else around, and then HR stepped in again and said, no, you can't do that either. I just remember that happening a couple times. Like, somebody who thought they could do whatever they want, and then reality said, no, you can't. I feel like you're well aware of this energy. How does Aquarius relate to this energy? You pay attention. You don't get involved with it. It's kind of like that person's a problem, and they're not on center. They're just not on center. And I'm like, I feel like one of the reasons I stay away from them is because they create a lot of messes. It's like inviting somebody over to your house and they're just so clumsy or just thoughtless that just the fact that they're in your house, they're going to create a mess and then they're going to leave. And it's like, well, I guess I could either just let it stay there and be annoyed with it or clean it up myself. So even if you don't clean it up yourself, it's still obnoxious because you know what's there and why it's there, and I feel like most people would clean it up. So it's kind of like this person, like, they just create work unnecessarily, and I feel like that's why you stay away from them. Kind of like, I don't need that. I don't need that calamity in my life. I don't need those problems in my life. I don't need that extra work, whether this is work or not, whether this is employment related or not. It's kind of like, no, I'm just staying away from them because it's just, they're more work than worth. That's what, they're more work than worth. I mean, aren't they though? So I feel like I don't even want to know what they're doing. I feel like that's part of it too. Kind of like, I don't even want to know what they're doing. I feel like you stay away from it. You don't really care for them. I get the Three of Swords is like, you do not care for them, but you stay out of it. Kind of like, because they're just a mess, and they create problems, they create messes. Whenever they're involved with it, even if it goes my way, there's so much extra work that is unnecessary. I don't want anything to do with it. I don't want anything to do with it. So something's coming forward. Something's going on behind the scenes. Peace is coming in, and Isis inspiration, which tells me goddess inspiration. Something good is coming out of this. Well, when I show you what's coming forward, I don't know how you're going to feel about that, but we'll find out in a second. Because I do feel like the energy coming in is more relatable to you. I don't know if you like it, but at least it kind of like A plus B equals C. You know, 1 plus 2 equals 3. They're like that. It's like, okay, I see what they're doing. I know where they're going. I'm not saying you're liking it, but I'm saying it makes sense. Like, all right, I see where this is going. I understand what they're doing and why they're doing it. Whether I agree with what they're doing and why they're doing it is another thing, but I get the process of events here. And they're definitely more streamlined. The Emperor is coming in with the 6 of Cups. Like, they're going through and I feel like this is an auditing type feel. Doesn't have to be like a government audit, just like somebody's going through and like, wait, what's going on? How long has this been going on for? Are they auditing? Are they auditing this person? Because it feels like it, but I don't know if they're directly just this person or this person is a part of it. What are they auditing? That's what we want to know. Bad decisions and things that we can't recoup. Bad decisions that can't be recouped. So I feel like this person who thinks they can do more than they actually can has done some things that they had no right doing, and they've caused some loss. They've caused loss. Not just problems. Problems and loss, I don't know, you know what I mean. I feel like you're going to know what to do with that, because like, I feel like loss. Like, something failed and you're not going to fix it. Problems are like, that's extra work, so I guess loss of valuable time, you could say that. But that's not what I'm going at here. Like, you know, loss of equity, loss of money, loss of like, something failed because of it. There's loss. Like, if I was working with a firm, I'd be like loss of a client, like a major client. Something like that, something in that sense. And this person, like, are they your friend? I don't think so. How does this auditor treat you? And not that they have to be a literal auditor, but that's what they're doing. They're checking and they're looking at this stuff, whether you realize it or not. They're looking at that stuff. How do they treat you? How do they treat the Aquarius? They don't know what to make of you. They don't know what to make of you, and I feel like unless you're literally connected with the loss or a piece of the loss, I don't think they're even going to talk to you. If it's like, oh wait, Aquarius had this to do with this part of the loss, they will then talk to you and they're like, ask you questions specific to that. Very streamlined, very like, I'm here to get something done, I'm here to figure out the problem, I'm here to solve the issue. Whoever did this, they're gonna be shot in the street. Yeah. They're not nice, by the way. I don't think that bothers you, as long as they're not a problem to you. They're gonna be shot in the street. I feel very like, all right, you're the one that did it. Go stand in the street, smile, and that's. I feel like that's how this feels to me. Like, they're very cold about it, no emotion, but they're brutal. Okay, that's what it is. Your energy. Where's your energy going from this situation? Where is your energy going from this situation? Knight of Cups and your card, the Star card. This opens huge doors for you. Huge doors. You stayed out of the way and you handled it very well. I feel like I don't know if they're going to be literally an auditor, but whoever's asking questions, you don't want any part of this. So whatever they ask, you give them the appropriate information, I feel like you know if you should expand on it or not. You seem to be really keen on that. If they want extra details, you give them that. If it seems like they just want the literal answer, like if it's a yes/no answer, you just answer it as they want, and then that as appropriate, and you just like, okay, that's that. That's what they want. That's what I give them. They don't want more. I don't give them more. You do get big doors opening for this afterwards. Why? Like, why are these big doors opening for Aquarius? Like, I see it, but like, why? Not that it shouldn't, but like, why? The Magician coming in with the Three of Swords. Something new has to happen. They need somebody who actually can do what needs to be done and understands the limitations. Aquarius is good with that. You know how far you can go. You're not going to set yourself up to get screwed over. You're not going to do that. You're seen as a smart person, as you should be. But I feel like that's why these doors are opening. Because somebody's like really unhappy about... I almost said happy. Are they happy about the loss? I think they're happy about something that happened due to the loss, but not the loss itself. They're a little weird. I don't know who this person is, but like, don't cozy up to it is what I would say. I don't know what to say about that. Because things go better, big doors open, there's a lot of changes that are coming forward. People who, I don't know who this person was who thought they could do more than they were actually allowed, but I don't see them being a problem anymore. I'm not saying anybody's getting fired, but they might be moved to a position where they don't have the ability to cause problems anymore. However that works. Four of Swords comes in. That's a healing card. The Justice card comes in, which I feel like somebody looks at you like, yeah, you'll get done what needs to get done. You also are good with communication. Aquarius is really good with communication, and people don't understand how much control Aquarius has. If you say something, you said it because you wanted to. Like, I feel like people don't realize that. Because you can come off as if you're just, oh, did I let that slip? But you didn't. How to explain that? I feel like that's Aquarius. Tell me in the comments if I'm wrong. You don't let things slip, but you let people think that's what happened. If that's going to work for the situation. Like, you don't say anything you don't want to. You literally don't. I get that for Aquarius. Tell me if I'm wrong. But you let other people think you did. Like, oh, did that slip? Oh, geez, I shouldn't have said that. But you're better with it. Like, it's actually convincing. Like, it looks like you actually mistakenly said something, but you don't. You say what you mean. You say what you want. And everything you say purposefully. Wherever we're going with this, somebody sees you as a great communicator and knows how you work. For whatever reason, they're like, oh no, Aquarius says what they want when they want. And they know what to pay attention to, and they know what to further, and they know what to keep to themselves. So that's one of the reasons these big doors are opening, because somebody else sees the value in you, kind of like, you'll do what you need to do, and you know that the situation needs to flourish, it needs to heal, and you'll get in that line, and you'll say what you need to say to make it happen. Victory's coming in. More organization is coming in. Things are going to be more strict going forward, but there's more victory here. I don't see it bothering you for some reason. So it might be how it relates to you. It doesn't bother you when things get more strict. I don't see it becoming a problem for you. I saw this when I first put it down, and I know you're that cat. I know you're the Cheshire Cat, who's a very smart character in the book, I believe, or the story. Maybe I should say story. Is that the king? That's the Hierophant. People are all... There might be a lot of problems and fights around you. You only get involved when you feel like it's necessary. You're watching everything. You hear everything. You are keeping in contact with the people who are going to tell you what's going on. Whatever this door is that opens, you're definitely much more involved in all the... I want to say hypocrisy. Okay. You're much more involved in that. But you're very reserved. It's kind of like I'm absorbing, I'm listening, I'm hearing, and I'm very careful about what I do with this information. And I feel like it's almost like, all right, traffic is getting crazy. I'm listening and paying attention. Somebody's telling me there's a bus coming down and it's riding a little bit on the sidewalk. So it's kind of like I know this is coming, so I'm moving the people that I need to be careful off this street, around the corner and off the street. That way the bus isn't a problem. I'm actually going to put them up on a porch or something, like maybe a cement porch near a building, so that way they should be far enough away from it that when this bus comes down, we don't have to deal with it. On the other hand, kind of like I have these people, I have to get them over there. I've heard that there's this other tram going over here. If I get over there at the right time, my people will link in and we can just get on and go where we need to go. I'm not going to tell everybody that we're doing this, because then everybody's going to try to get on this tram with us, and there's only so many seats. This is just for my people. In fact, I might not even tell my people why we're going over here. I'll get them where we need to go, and I'll be like, oh, hey, look, we need to go over there. Get on the tram, and let's go. You're very, very strategic going forward with this. That's why you are where you are. You're very careful about communicating. You're more absorbing than putting it out there. You're more listening but you are acting precisely at specific strategic moments. This card is at the end too. This is how this was supposed to work out. So, for whatever that's worth, they're saying this is how this was supposed to work out when this gets to where it's going. So, whatever this giant door is that it opened for you, this giant opportunity, and then how you're handling it afterwards, because it almost feels like I feel like I'm a double spy. I feel like a double spy at the end. They're saying, no, this is how this is supposed to work, because you in that position allows the situation to heal and go better than it was going. So I feel like I feel like a double spy. I feel like I'm a double spy. I don't know what to say. But I feel like they're also saying, well, that's what it's going to take for this situation to go where it's supposed to be. There you go. A double spy. Okay, why not? This is a very interesting reading. They usually are with Aquarius. Not for nothing. They usually are, in my opinion, because you guys have your own way of dealing with life, own way of seeing things, and you handle it the way you've decided it will handle, not the way other people want it to go. So even if people are very pushy and like, oh, you have to do it our way, I feel like Aquarius is like, oh, well, I'll let you think it went your way, but it's still going to go my way. Like, I can play that to where you think you got what you wanted. I'll just change your mind and make you think you changed it on your own accord, but I changed it for you. You just won't realize it. Aquarius is really smart. Like, you can help figure out what somebody really wants and then get in there and kind of like show them a better way to get what they want. Before you know it, you got this outcome where you believed it should be versus where they were taking it. I'll hear it in the comments if I'm wrong. I know I will. But I feel like you guys are really good, because like you guys have a lot of tact, and people don't understand that. Because Aquarius also can be very, very antagonizing if you want to be. I'm laughing because I know a couple Aquarians. You got a lot of different ways to handle things, and people don't realize the tact you're capable of if you decide appropriate. You can be very antagonizing if you want to be. If you want to be. And I feel like people center on that so much that they don't realize how much control you actually have. Very interesting. Anything else? Alright, I'm going to shut this down here. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email. jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.